working home life. Man's got a drippin', so she need a girl's night. That consists of red wine and white lies. Cause she gon' be with me till the sunrise. She performing every night like a Broadway play. Watch some cheeks get the clapping like a standing ovation. I hope he gets the picture. Kodak moments when I'm with her. Yeah, so we keep it on the low though. The man is a bird and I'm all about the dodo. So I spoil you every time. A penny for your thoughts and $1 million smile. Baby, tell me what's your net worth. Always here to serve, you can skip the network. Return the favor, girl, I got you. Play this on repeat, baby, this your mantra, yeah.
Prettiest thing around, but you don't even know you were. Prettiest thing around, you don't even know you were. Prettiest thing around, you don't even know you were.
Yeah. I saw you out there throwing your hands up, throwing back shots cause your ex giving hoes love. If he come back, better give him the cold shrug, cause he too dependent on attention, the worst drug. I don't mean to get inside your business, but you
What up? Welcome to another episode of the Devinwade Show. I am your host, Devinwade, aka DevNasty, aka Choke Your Mom Out, aka Choke Your Pop Out. And that shit right there was mad motherfucking groovy, nigga.
Nah,
Niggas,
it was.
That shit was groovy. That's the boy G Samuels, yo.
I should have had a drink, like a nice old fashioned right now. With
That's
that,
like,
that was the vibe.
It was like restaurant, you know, yeah, like a nice, like,
I like that
but
song,
like
man.
a New York outside or
a
LA
rooftop joint.
Yeah,
There
had
we
that
go.
vibe.
What do you say, prettiest girl around?
Yes, that's he was talking about me. You ain't know?
Listen,
That song was about me.
A couple girls came to mind. I won't say who, but
Don't be hating.
you
It
was-
definitely
alright,
talking about
that
me.
was G Samuel's prettiest, and I like when there's really no nepotism involved, but I have relation to this person. We call each other cousins. He's actually my cousin's brother, so you know we in the same family and shit like that. And I like when I don't have to show favoritism because the music is actually just fucking fire. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That shit was definitely dope. Definitely a dope vibe. Today in the studio we have to the right of me, once again without look, this shoulder fucking Wally
You
Water
seen
Kingdom.
that?
Yeah, she was like, hold on, where at? We're trying to figure out where we at. We got the wettest of the wet, Wetty Crocker, Wet Favre.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
Wet
See?
Favre is
What?
hilarious.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Wet Favre, because we know we got Bet Favre.
Bet Favre
you know what I'm saying?
over
We got
here,
Bet Favre over
shaking
here.
the water.
Yeah, y'all hear that? sound?
I'm trying to replace Chelsea Splash.
Yeah, because once again, Chelsea Lee is off getting her bag. You know what I'm saying? She's on them,
Baggies.
yeah, she's off there getting her motherfucking bread, Baggy Simpson. And and we have Waleska D in the building.
Hello, beautiful people.
And she's dressed very professional today. She is,
Yes.
I mean, pinstriped up.
You know, I'm on my blue tones today.
Yeah, she got money.
You know,
She was
I'm trying.
She was talking bougie earlier about those of you who dine at Ruth Chris.
Yeah.
I hate chain restaurants, guys. I'm sorry.
she had her-
If you ever want to take me out on a date, please, not a
Ain't
chain
that,
one.
Ain't that like a big Chanel bag on our table?
Yes, it
It
is. It's a
is.
vanity.
That bag,
Navy
wait a minute,
joint.
that bag
so-
costs more than everything we consist
Listen,
of.
who
in
don't
here
like
right now.
TGI Fridays, man? What's wrong with you?
I mean, it's a time and a place for that, but I ain't, you know, it got gluten in it. They probably don't even got gluten-free
First
options.
of all, I don't even know what gluten is, but whatever it is, it makes shit better. So
No,
I'm
it
gonna
don't.
need
It makes me
extra.
sick.
How much that bag cost?
That one specifically?
Yeah.
That one's probably around like $5,800.
all right, you know
Wow.
what? We're going to
That's
relax.
crazy.
Yo, all
For a
right.
fucking leather lunchbox.
Now this is caviar leather. Caviar.
Yo,
Nah, that motherfucking nice, baby.
the quilted
That's
joint.
my baby. She always got that shit.
Yeah, and you know, so that is Waleska D, and to the right of her,
This fine ass man.
listen, look, you hear this? Look, ooh, you know what I'm
I
saying?
gotta
Listen,
make sure
listen,
she
listen,
make sure it's nobody else next to her.
this nigga right here got a different pair of glasses every day, frame
No,
dash.
I don't.
This nigga's
Don't call
frame-
me Frame Dash, man.
He's frame,
Man, frame dash is crazy.
he's frame dash. You know what I'm
Frame's
saying?
worthy.
He's framing Waynes. This nigga, I don't know how many pairs of glasses this nigga.
He
got.
wavy with the glasses.
Yeah, this and listen right now. After the last episode came out, he getting different treatment at the barbershop. They gave him a brand new cut. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. Shout out to
Threw
my
some
barber,
extra
man.
waves in there.
Spinning.
And I heard that you're getting a lot of compliments on your piece. While Leska D earlier said that you look like you was packing a punch.
Yeah, that was the first compliment I got out loud. So thank you for that.
Now, one of the fans I saw,
They said the women going crazy over this.
yeah, she tried to line you up.
She did.
Because you remember when we was little kids and you wanted to see some titties, you used to tell the Jones something like, "You flat-chested as hell. You don't got nothing under there." Because you was trying to get them like, "Yes, I do. Show me." He ran into one of those from
That's
a
what
woman
she
that was
did.
like 40 years old because she
Yeah.
said, "Looks like somebody's missing their package." Garnett responds, "Oh, it was there, all right." She said, "Prove it. Let me see that joint." I said,
DM her. I said, hold on, what?
She said, DM
good.
that thing over and let me be the judge.
Oh,
Did you DM it?
So it's safe to say that the dominatrix Don is live and functioning.
Hey, yo, don't do both of those together.
Why not?
I
That
didn't know that
is
was
a-
the thing. The dominatrix Dom.
Yeah, or
Bro.
the Don Matrix,
Bro, listen,
nigga.
or just the dominator of dominatrix.
Yeah.
Cause you
I like
bodied
Listen,
that shit.
That's the new
you
job.
did.
Because
Nigga, they
she was
hitting us.
basically trying to join the dictators, that woman. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That was
Facts.
her investigative process. Is she was figuring out a way to go around of it and see what was going on behind the leather.
Right.
She
And-
seen that thing was
and
heavy.
and listen,
No, listen.
I wish y'all
listen,
could see her hands right now.
Listen, in my guy, the Freaky Deacon's defense. Listen, the Freaky Deacons in the Freaky Deacon's defense to all the guys out there. Like, listen, Garnett wasn't for y'all. Like,
Yeah.
it was a lot of guys on there trying to take their little shots. We brung eye candy for y'all.
Yeah.
The sexy ladies was around my guy for us.
How you seen four butts and the thing that you concentrate on is my man's leather drawers. Like,
Because it was heavy. I'm trying to tell y'all.
The girls did. It was a few women that said like heavy leather.
Heavy leather.
They said they thought you. One John said because you know the John I told you looked like football pads. They thought you had a couple.
Yeah.
no, that's my nigga.
Y'all on some bullshit right now.
This nigga blushing hard as
I
hell.
thought I had no fucking cup on.
No,
son.
facts.
What? All right, listen. I'm
There
telling you,
you
you gotta
go.
go back and check them comments. I'm telling you,
Shit, nigga.
the Deacon went crazy.
One
man.
cup Shakur. This
One
nigga is
cup
out here.
Shakur.
He's out here.
Yeah.
Because right now you dress like Tupac and Juice exactly. You have his
Facts.
exact.
With the same color.
He has the exact outfit.
Why you always peeping shit?
Bro, you have the same
I'm
hoodie.
just trying to
You have the
chill.
same hoodie and jean jacket combination
And
with
you,
the color and,
and, you did
everything.
and you did the frames. That's what made
See,
it crazy.
dog.
Yeah.
Because I can't see, motherfucker.
Yo.
I can't find my contacts.
Okay.
We don't buy that shit.
Well,
You look
that
like-
man right there.
About time we do it again.
No, you came out. No, you made me want to make a noise. That shit came out of nowhere and made my animal instinct come out.
And that is
We
Garnett
here,
Briscoe.
man.
You know
We
what I'm saying?
here.
Uh,
We share some watermelon together. Don't ever say I ain't never give y'all nothing, Deb. You ain't get that. Bro.
I don't like
Puerto
fucking
Rich
watermelon.
demolished it. The fuck, it
I
was
don't-
done.
I don't like watermelon.
Why not?
Why?
I never liked the taste of watermelon. I hate it.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's
That
unfortunate,
sucks.
man.
Right.
I don't fuck with it at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look, you dropping your phone. You know what I'm
Because you
saying?
don't like watermelon. Who the fuck don't like watermelon?
Hey, listen, guess what? There's some black people that don't. Don't be racist.
I was gonna let you say it. I didn't want to say it.
I know.
I didn't want to say it because nowadays racial tension is so high in the air. But you know, I grew up running motherfucking blacks, and I'm like, this nigga over there, the black people go like, man, this guy's not with us. He's not with us. But I let you say it because I want nobody to be like Puerto Rich are racist, man.
Yeah.
Man,
But
some stereotypes you can't even like run from though. Like if you love fried chicken, you supposed to love fried chicken.
well, I do.
Right.
Yeah,
That's like
it's-
us with rice and
what is-
beans.
I ain't running from it.
It really is like I'm gonna look at you funny.
Yeah.
You Latino, especially like
Shit,
Puerto
I'm
Rican, and you don't eat rice and beans.
Maybe
my
I'm
guy.
Dominican then, nigga. 'Cause I love motherfucking rice and beans,
I think
nigga.
everybody do, honestly.
Shit, nigga. Every
Beans
fucking
is
girlfriend
crazy.
I ever had in my life, that's all they cook, nigga. Every plate, orange, nigga. The same song. It's like, y'all niggas got one motherfucking ingredient in every goddamn meal. I got tired of eating orange meals. I'll tell you
And
that.
it be
Every goddamn
fire.
thing was orange.
Orange
nigga.
chicken,
Nigga,
orange shrimp.
Everything orange. Listen, every
That's
relationship.
sazon. Yeah,
That's it.
That's sazon. That's
That's it.
sazon. Get
Don't put that
everything
shit
reddish.
on Jello, nigga. Anything. That voice that you're hearing
Shit
right
on
now
Jell-O.
on anything. Is Camden Pumper himself. You know what I'm saying?
What up,
You know what
though?
I'm saying? This is what they called him, the Thurman Street Pumper.
What up, man?
That is Porter Rich in the building.
Shout out to the lovely people, man.
And yeah, so we're missing Chelsea Lee once again, man. Shout out to
Our
DJ,
DJ, our beautiful
Chelsea
DJ.
Lee. Make sure, you know, if y'all want to see some yellow cheekage and things of that nature, that you could go to the OnlyFans. It's free, guys. It
Gratis.
doesn't cost anything.
In Spanish.
Go to Chelsea Lee's OnlyFans. That's OnlyFans .com/ I am Chelsea Lee.
And get it shaking.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on there.
listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Some nice cheeks over there, man, for free.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll see that.
Yo, so how everybody feeling? Everybody good?
I'm all right,
Great.
man.
Porter
I'm always
Rich,
doing well.
Porter Rich, we're gonna film Porter Rich's journey to he's trying to break a world record or something of that nature with his penis. He's getting penis enlargement, and we're going to follow this man. It's gonna be like an
Who
episode
following
of
him?
no, we got a camera crew that's going to go out there and follow him on this journey, man. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to go to a whole nother length and extent, I guess.
Well, it's it's just a certain direction with this new deal that you know, man, we're still in the early stages of
Oh, okay.
negotiations.
Okay.
But you know, because for real, it's not like even necessary if people like thinking this is like some shit like I need it like more.
Yeah.
No, I was been blessed. But
Amen.
So what he's doing is this is going on XXBeyondBlessed.com. He wants to be
Yeah.
beyond blessed, and he's going to take it to a new level.
it's well, we're thinking about calling it Porno Porter 2.0.
Oh, okay.
It's like the next level of, you know what I mean, things. I don't want to elaborate too much.
Okay, we're not
Okay.
we're not going
Don't
to
let
get too much
anything
in
out
there.
the bag.
We got let's get down to the real deal. A lot of crazy shit going on. We got to get to the seriousness. And right now, this is the Philadelphia area. You know that we particularly are from Camden, New Jersey. If you don't know what Camden, New Jersey is, and you're watching this podcast, listen to this podcast. Google what Camden, New Jersey is. But we're like we walk across the bridge. We're in Philadelphia, literally.
Like
And
10 minutes.
yeah, and Philadelphia is, you know, on pace to break their murder record. It's super crazy right now. As of today, as we are recording this episode, they are at 361 murders. We're only 281 days
Mm-hmm.
into the year, and that's like ridiculous. And this is the highest numbers
Yeah.
since 2007.
Yeah, I actually caught wind of that whole thing behind like and shout to Philadelphia is definitely a second home. I feel like I've always felt like Philadelphia's been a second home to me since 14, 15 years old, running around over there everywhere. Clearfield, Berks, 7th and Butler, 7th and Pike, just the whole shit, the clubs, the whole shit. So shout to everybody over there and all my Philly family and Philly people. But I definitely caught wind of it behind like it was like a case it was something that just happened, not a case because they didn't arrest anybody, but it was a tragic murder that just happened where I caught wind of something where a guy I believe was murdered and his mother was murdered.
Yeah, a 48-year-old woman, which was his mom.
Right,
And then the man, he was in the basement. It was a 29-year-old.
right. And that's how I got wind of them talking about just the whole year and how high it is, and in comparison to like I think one of their previous highest years. And yeah, man, it's just like really like, you know, I mean, first and foremost, man, we gotta pray. You know, we gotta pray
Absolutely.
for Philadelphia, and we gotta keep Philly in our prayers. You know, all our good people in Philly that's trying to fight to like make things better, because I understand like when the ghetto, like, you know, because this go back to like, you know, especially cases like the one we mentioned, you know, where things is happening in the hood, and it's like that black on black crime that people talk about, and people always like to bring up when we talking about the, you know, the different type of oppression, the
Right.
oppression that's on black
we're
people.
going to get on.
Right.
well.
Eventually that we'll get to. But staying on the black and black thing, Philly is definitely dealing with the same epidemic that cities like Camden and Chicago and Detroit and Atlanta and, you know, in West Coast, Compton, probably, you know, wherever, LA, like it's the same epidemic of us trying to unlearn the fucked up shit that we've learned for so long to be against each other and to be so to for real, I see some of this shit, man. Listen, when you talking about somebody being murdered and then the mother was murdered, like, don't get me wrong, because I know crazy stuff happens out here. I don't know what, it's hard for us to really like go into full detail, speak on a certain situation because we don't know what happened, right? But shit like that, I can't help but to feel is like super like devilish, man. Somebody is in the wrath. Somebody has the devil is working. The devil always working.
But he's definitely working in these times.
And he's definitely working in these times, and he works through us, man. Listen, if you don't think that me running up on another black dude in my hood, and listen, I go through shit. I live in the hood. I go through shit. But I'm going to rather come to a man and have a man conversation. If there's a problem, a confrontation, a conflict, anything, I'd rather come to you as a man and try to have some type of conversation before I feel like I got to come to you, sneak up on you, and take your life.
And let's keep it in mind too that a lot of this is the wheel keeps spinning because a lot of this is murder begets murder, you know. So it's one of those things where it's like, yo, you killed my man, he killed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, like it's a ton of that because we know in Philadelphia, niggas is doing this shit where they call it like op packs. Niggas is shooting people from the other side and then naming they weed after that person. A lot of people getting caught for murders because they right on the gram talking about, I'm smoking that Jamal. You feel what I'm saying? They're
That's
letting you
crazy.
know that they killed that specific person.
But using it that way.
Yes, and naming their packs. They call them op packs. So it's like the number one, it's like these kids think they're in Grand Theft Auto and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the way they running around and doing all this shit. But a lot of these things is not conversation because somebody killed your man. You're not going over there to have a conversation with them. They running down, shooting them, and they coming back on. And it's just wild to see it. It's people, it's kids with promising sports careers, young as hell, getting clipped. You know what I'm saying? And some of it be you standing next to a person. You might be like, there's been these exact situations. This dude right here is a football player, whatever the case may be, that's local in the city, but he's in the video with the boy that killed this other boy and everybody know it, and they just in there with bottles or smoking, and now it's like they go and hit him. Now you drag other people that's involved. You know what I mean? And the shit just is a cycle that's just like ridiculous,
that's
man.
That's definitely one of the harsh realities that you mentioned, that just after a certain point, it's really hard to like fix those type of situations, man, where somebody get killed, you know, and in communities and inner cities like Philadelphia, Camden, and shit like that, we've been trained and programmed to believe that that shit was cool. It was cool to a certain extent. It's part of our survival amongst each other. But really, if really in the bigger picture, it is genocide. We're killing each other off while our people are getting killed by other shit that we gonna get to. But like, I just say, man, listen, man, Philly got a lot of people fighting for Philly. You know, we just wanted to speak on it because just violence in any inner city where it's like our people, you know, especially, I mean, minority people and people who are already struggling, man. We got to find a way to like try to like get things right, man. I just want to shout out my man Terry Starks, you know, from Philly. He got a page called Express Yourself, you know, where and I'm sure some people is familiar with my man Terry Starks, but he's been to Camden. You know, we met a while back in Camden where we all met with like leaders of, you know, different people who like have platforms from Philadelphia to Camden and spoke about like just he's been fighting against violence and inner city violence in Philly for a minute. And I know it's other people that do it too. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the people that's doing whatever they doing, speaking and just trying to mentor and put good energy in Philadelphia. But definitely shout out to my man Terry Starks. Like I done seen him come out and bring out real live coffins and have conversations. I don't know if you ever seen it, like, cause it went viral damn near when they like, he was one of the first people I seen where they like bring out the coffins like on the block and to be having like these discussions, and you know they might do they like videos and a discussion about the violence and everything that's going down and trying to come together, and they'll do stuff like that to try to catch people's attention. you know, to let you know how real it is, man. Like that coffin, it ain't really no coming back once you in that coffin, man.
I want to be clear too with people, like from my experience and everybody that I grew up with and shit that I seen and scenarios that I've been in. I noticed that this is a thing that people got to be real careful with. This is any young person that's listening to this, or just a person in general that feel like you in a situation, maybe you're back against the wall, you want to get revenge on another situation. When you first go to do something, shoot somebody, kill somebody, a lot of times it becomes easier to do it the next time. A lot of the crimes that go on, you got 100 murders. It's not 100 people. It's not 100 killers. It be one dude, he got 3-4 this summer. This is like a real thing. In our own hood, something that just happened. Well, it's a continuation of something that's happened. You know, a young man, you know, a guy that's a little younger than me, he actually might be a little older than you, Garnett, you know, was killed on Westfield. Right. And now, and this is in an area that it's on the side of the street. If people not from here, Camden, New Jersey is one thing. Pensacola, New Jersey is almost like a new world. It's the same people, little bit more money, more aggressive police department, maybe. It's just safer. It's a safer environment. Someone was killed in Pensacola. And it stemmed from like an old beef, a fight that happened, all this stuff. And man was killed broad daylight. And everybody knows this gentleman or whatever. And now there's a situation on the other side, down the street, where a house got shot up in Camden, and they shot the wrong house, and it was the house, I believe, of a police officer.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and now they've identified 2 of those shooters to be involved in the shooting of the guy over there. So so going back to what I'm saying is, these kids, and we talking about 18 and 19-year-old people. One dude being 30 years old. It's probably people looking at him like he's the OG, right? 30 years old. Other kids, 18, 19. They in some shit where they busting a gun in broad day at this one person. Now they shooting up this house over here so recklessly, just like how police do. Breonna Taylor knocking on the door, going in places, not knowing what the fuck they doing. You shooting up the wrong motherfucking house. Mm-hmm. You shot a police officer's house. And now you caught for the other murder that you did.
That's God working right there. That's crazy.
But what I'm
how
saying
you accidentally, is, like, what's the percentage of that?
Who else you shot?
Yep.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this is what I'm saying when you're talking about the fact that a lot of times it is the same groups, and that's why I'm careful. And I know what Rich is saying when he says we, because it's important for us to take responsibility as a community. But I also try to say at the same time, I'll be like, we ain't killing nobody. That's me. It's me talking, because I'm not doing that. That's them. And I only say that to be careful when we start talking about the police brutality and we saying we killing. I'm not. And like he said, Rich said, a lot of good people in Philadelphia that's either fighting for more peace or not fighting. They just trying to live. Motherfuckers just trying to walk home from work, man. You walking up, robbing somebody, catching the bus, the train, coming home from work, just got their paycheck, trying to pay their bills. You go up there and make them choose between a life or their paycheck.
Another crazy thing too, now that I think about it, looking at how many murders that was, it's like, it was a pandemic going on, bro. Like, we were supposed to be shut down, and that's still the amount of murders we got.
Right, because if you remember, now that you bring that up, bro, there was a record that was set in, like, Florida for, like, no murders for the longest period of time since, like, 1960.
Because of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And during pandemic time, murder rates was down everywhere because people was locked in the crib. So that makes sense, Garnett. It's almost like there was 3 months that you don't even count, and they still on pace to do more murders than 2007. That's crazy, because there was actually missing points where people was just in the crib.
Had to be in. You got to be in by a certain time. All of it. And that was like really enforced.
And then they broke out the crib on some justice for black people shit.
And this is the type of like really like epidemics. I call it an epidemic because it is. It's crazy. And I feel like, we mention these people like my guy Terry Starks and people who do good work in the communities, and they reach out and try to get help and aid from like government and saying, yo, look, what's going on here? This is mainly all of our people.
Right.
And this stuff is going on here where, yes, people are doing it to each other, but it's just a bad energy that's in the air, and we're trying to fight against it, and we need help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we small, we don't have like the buildings that we need, just those resources, period,
right,
to try to like combat that shit. And I can understand it because I'm in Camden. I'm right across in Camden, and I get it. It's it needs to be more things, because any other community, they have that. They have everything where like people can do things, even from the younger kids to the older kids. You got gyms everywhere. Yeah. You got swimming pools. Yeah. You got fucking probably
rec centers,
racket centers.
And that's the thing.
All kinds of things.
If they don't, the kids already in an environment where their parents is rich and can put them in jiu-jitsu, soccer. This, you know what I'm saying? So I feel what you're saying.
They need help, man. People need help, man. And people been coming from behind. It's just a whole, and it's just fucked up that at this day and time, still 2020, after just all the shit, like people actually leaders of governments and shit like that, like really like turn their cheek on shit like that. Even Chicago, it's been the same.
Knowing
shit.
that it's going to be a cheek turn, this ought to be a responsibility made, and this all comes down to the individuals. A lot of these is young kids and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to be? Do you want to be a person that was born for nothing? Do you want to be a dude that lived on the street? You never even got to experience life. Do you want to be a person that goes to prison at 18, 17 years old? And that's it. You never got to do nothing. You never got to go nowhere. If this is a movie, you just like some extra background character because you chose that, because you wanted to bust your gun. You're literally the way. If this is a video game, you just like one of the random characters that walk down the street real quick and get knocked out by, you know what I'm saying, the character that's walking. That's who you are making yourself. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain that you're making your own existence irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes worse than death, you're in jail and you're just sitting in there.
For life.
The idea that you're inside of a building that you can't come out of while everybody else is motherfucking partying, throwing podcasts, drinking, having sex. We out here sucking titties, my nigga.
Yeah, living life.
We having fun. Garnett got leather drawers on, getting compliments by Wet Favre.
And Dev,
that he got, that he packing something.
And Dev, not to cut you off, but like I come from that shit where like I fucked up the early part of my life, man. I've shared that before on the podcast where I was like in these young niggas' shoes. I was a magnet to the jails.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was like macho shit because I could do time, come back to the same like just environment, my same homies, and it was gonna be cool, And looking back on that shit in hindsight, man, I wasted a lot of my life, and I say that to y'all because I believe that God got me here still for a reason, and God allowed me some space and the energy and the strength to make some changes and provided me with blessings like my kids, my sons, that made me want to change. And I'm telling you, like Dev said, I'm enthused about where I'm at in my life right now. I'm enthused about every day, just enjoying the beautiful, from the small things to the great things that we can achieve in life, man. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, like it ain't too many young kids out there that probably did more time than like me and my brother and like the kids that we was around when we was living that same lifestyle. And one thing I will say, because I know a lot of times we get to boasting and we was taught to like brag about the wrong shit. Like the motherfucker with the most bodies is the coolest and shit like that. And we gotta like stop that. That's like the last thing we should be really wanting. And it's sad and an unfortunate, harsh reality that it does happen in our community the way it does. But I'm proud of like that I survived in the streets. I'm 40 plus years old. And thank God that I've never had to kill nobody. And that I don't got no bodies. And I believe that that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get what you give. And, you know, life is a boomerang. If you think you're going to just take lives and it's not going to come around to you, and that's the lifestyle you in.
And sometimes it ain't
Thinking,
you.
my nigga.
Sometimes it ain't you. I got super
And that's
close,
crazy.
Listen, super
and that's
close,
crazy.
super close friends, man. And around them, man, oh man, they gotta walk with ghosts, tragedies, regret. You know what I mean? Things that they know was meant for them.
I mean, that's how
You know what I'm
God
saying?
works, though. If you the type of person, like, let's say if you a killer, right? You a killer, you body and everything. And you don't give a fuck if somebody eventually body you because you understand that you a killer and that you killing all these people.
What do you care about, Rich? Go ahead.
Right. God is going to, this how God works. God know that if he removes you, it's really nothing to you.
Right.
So this is what Dev's saying when he's saying, like, you could bring energy to, like, shit around you, people around you.
You don't want to be the guy that got your mom killed. You don't want to be the guy that got your girl killed. You know how many niggas was rotting with their girl, man, they wife, they person they love, got their kid killed, got their kid snatched up. You don't want to be that person. There's 390, you know, there was 396 people in 2007 that could have been anything today, and they're not. And, you know, this reminded me of something because some people aren't aware of certain cities and how bad they are. And I know that it's bad everywhere. But I remember because that number 2007 popped up, I remember in 2007, during my MySpace escapades, I was dealing with, it was a reality show called Best of the Best that used to come on. And it was a model. It was like one of those shows where people lived in the house like models and they compete on some, what's that shit called? America's Next Top Model type shit. I started talking to one of the girls off the show and she lived down in Atlanta and we was talking heavy and, you know, we was going to link up with each other. And one day we got into it because she was going to come up here. And, you know, all of our clubs, you know, there was no real Camden clubs. Camden's a small city. There's usually a shooting outside of the club instantly.
Right.
Like instantly. A club will open first night, murder, shut down. And then it'd be 6 months later, it opens up as something else, murder, shut down.
Yeah.
This is just how our joint is. So we party over Philly. Now, that year, this is 2007 that we talking about. I remember that year specifically. I remember Soulja Boy Tell Him coming out, yo, all that type of shit. And I remember her, wanting to come up. And she was like, yo, when I come up there, we had plans for her to come. She was like, man, I'm trying to hit, like, take me out. I want to hit the hood spots. I want to go to this. And I was like, yo, you come up here. I'm not taking you to the hood spots. I'm going to take you to some dope spots over Philly. That's, you know, it's like regular city shit, but I'm not taking you to those spots. And we ended up getting in kind of like an argument where she told me, she was like, what type of man is scared in his own hood? I said, yo, I'm not scared in my own hood, but I would never bring you coming from the outside, not understanding what's going on here. Niggas is outside the club. I'm at them clubs every weekend. Niggas was outside those clubs with black shirts on that had the number every week, the updated number of how many niggas was dead. So you be at the club and you see niggas outside, it would say 358 on their shirts. I remember being outside the club, a drunk nigga out there just trying to start shit. He had one of the shirts on. He out there, who wanna be 359? Say something. Who wanna be 359? This is people with nothing, no goal, trying to provoke a bunch of people outside. Somebody say something. Who wanna be the next number? I'm not bringing you to that. Some people don't even understand environments that exist like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wild shit like that, where you in a club, you got a shorty in there, and that somebody asked to buy him a drink. They say, no, I'm with such and such. And niggas want to go rob you after the club. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do something to you. Niggas is dead over dumb shit like that.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? So these environments, people got to understand shit is real. If you not from them environments and you just listening to rap songs and it's sweet where you at, man, this shit ain't just rap songs in some places. This shit is real. Men killing women. I got people, friends that was, you know, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? Butches that got killed over girls that they was with. A nigga try to holler at you at this girl's woman and she stand up for herself. That's my girl. Niggas go to the car. Came back, killed her. People that chill here, recording this studio, friends. motherfuckers don't have no sense of value, not for the other lives or themselves, and that's why they
as good as this conversation is, I definitely think is needed, for us to use our platform to deliver messages like this. But also, this same conversation can't stop here. Like, it's got to be happening at home with your friends, or whoever it is that you care about. Got to be telling you these things because clearly you not getting it otherwise. You feel me? You know what's right and what's wrong at this point. You didn't listen. You didn't seen. You see how other people live their life.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So you understand what's right and what's wrong. But whatever you missing, it may not come from us. It may. I hope it do. I hope these words that Porter and Dev and Wally then gave to y'all, if y'all listening out there doing crazy stuff, is actually going to help y'all. But if not, and for the people that do have some power around people that are doing these things or, some of these things, you got to use your power. You got to use your influence.
Yes.
You got to have
matters.
these. Yeah, you got to have these conversations because that's what they're lacking. They're lacking the love and compassion and the things that you really need to grow up to be a human being that sees worth in themselves.
Speaking of lacking, since that's one of the terminologies that the kids using, you know what I mean? To be caught lacking means obviously not to have your weapon on you, and that's one of those things that they make as a thing that they clown you over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Toxic shit.
Yeah, like clown you over, like
toxic
you lacking.
shit in our
so
community.
Do know that the more you have a pistol on you, the more opportunities come for you to use that pistol, or even in a situation that you didn't need to. Right?
And it's just that energy. Exactly, Garnett. Right. You got a pistol on you, bullets in the pistol. Shooting goes down with that type shit. Don't be surprised if somebody shoots you. If you get shot, because it just brings, you gotta understand energy, bro. If it ain't no problem, and like, I don't understand what type of lifestyle a motherfucker living. And don't get me wrong, because I get it. It's fucked up in the hood. Sometimes I feel like I need my shit with me just pulling up at certain times.
Oh,
and
we know that.
Right, but that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. That I gotta move like that or feel that I gotta move like that at certain moments and on certain occasions when I don't have an issue in the first place. Right. If anything, I'm trying to fucking tell these young kids, hey, don't be me. Don't be the mistakes I made. Even if you is gonna choose the streets, because I would never knock the streets because I know a lot of people's hands is different. And some kids is really coming up rough with no fucking support, nobody at home. Mm-hmm. So all I say is I'm trying to give y'all the best information I can give y'all. Even if the kids that I know that's in the streets, I'm telling them to try to like go ahead, get in, get out. Don't make that shit a career. Do something. But
listen, if you're gonna be selfish, because being in the street a lot of times is selfish shit. You going and robbing, you stealing from all motherfuckers. It's selfish. If you like the idea of being selfish and everything like that, I'm a beast, I'm selfish or whatever. Be a selfish beast in this way. If you're really about being selfish, then you about self-preservation. Preserve yourself. Correct. Don't get yourself shot. Mm-hmm. Be
Love
selfish.
Yourself.
Say, yo, I'm not, nah, nigga, I'm too selfish. I'm not doing that shit with y'all because I'm not going to jail, nigga. Mm-hmm. Y'all go over there and do that shit. Guess where I'm going to be at, nigga? Comfortable, air conditioning, in a bed, women, fat butts, all of that shit. Clubbing, drinking, enjoying myself. I'm selfish. Y'all go and do the knucklehead shit. I'm going to go do this.
If there's 10 million people in jail with bodies right now, little kids that came from our communities, young guys, 20s, 19s, whatever. If it's 1 million of them, I guarantee you 900,000 of that million feel as though that they regret what happened and they wanted to do something different. I'm telling you, if they had an opportunity to come home and rethink that whole process, they would do something different. They would do something different. I don't know. That might have been a trap joint. But
Yo, stop.
No. I do got a business line. I got a business line.
Let's be clear.
I got a business line. Listen,
he just said all that shit.
But trap, no, because
I know.
But we got to stop thinking trap is negative. Listen, trap.
We just know originally what it comes from.
But
that's a weird thing too, because this is a weird thing. Not taking credit. Yo, it's weird because this term trapping up here in Camden been around since I was super little, and I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Like late 80s. But then I heard that shit was like something that started down in Atlanta. So it's weird because it's like they literally called it trapping up here all the way back when I was a super little kid. I don't know how that correlates or whatever the case. But anyway, please kids, stay out of trouble.
Yes.
Let's pray for Philly, man.
Positive energies. Keep them in our prayers.
Listen, pray for Philly, pray for Camden, pray for all the cities going through all of that shit. We going to breeze by this because this is just news. Derek Chauvin out on bond.
dick face.
1 million.
$1 million.
Technically, how much, Dev?
Well, if they did a 10% type situation, then that would be $100,000. There's a million ways for them to do it. There's going to be funds that's going to be made. People get GoFundMe's to take care of these people that do these devilish things.
And this is the guy.
If you don't know, yeah, go ahead.
No, to be clear, this is the officer, the prick, the poorly trained officer who put his neck in his knee in George Floyd's neck for the amount of seconds or minute, whatever it was, that he did to kill George Floyd and take George Floyd away from his family and away from his universe. And yeah, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate.
Well, it just shows that justice is not served.
Not only is justice,
it's very predictable because we all knew. We knew what was going to come. What happens is they let a little bit of time go by, and then they kind of
so we could forget,
and then they kind of slip that out. And there's been other situations since then.
It's a tug of war going on, where you have a lot of people trying to pull the world one way, right? And then you have these groups of people. And these groups of people, at this point, they're not even only white no more. Because at one point, we thought all the racist people was just white. But you got a group of people that I feel is like trying to like keep the world in a certain way. And like that's who supports people like this officer. That's who provides bail for like and comes up with these funds. And they have big, and you guys, don't get me wrong. Like, come on, man. If we flip the scenario and the situation was different, and this was a black officer and a white man that got kneed in the neck like that,
sentenced.
Absolutely, the show shit would have been different.
I just don't think a person will even get bail.
No.
Right. Oh no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like,
it would be
like,
totally different.
Exactly.
And the thing about us, and I spoke about this outside of the podcast with somebody that was crazy. Matter of fact, my job, we was having a talk about this, and I was saying with us, because it's like a good thing and a bad thing. How we like we actually are honorable with checking our own, right? We'll be quick to be like, if the black cop did that shit and he was wrong, he went out of pocket, got too aggressive. Black motherfuckers, but man, he was fucking wrong. Yeah. Y'all know he was wrong. That nigga fucked up. They gonna bleed him, and that's just that. We see, and I talked about this with some of my coworkers. Like, yo, it's a good thing because we honorable. We show the honorable things of how we supposed to check our people. But it's a bad thing to a certain extent because there's other groups of people that's not doing that.
Oh, the problem is what happened was the people of an occupation tried to make themselves a race. They tried to make them the blue people. So what happens is it starts with them. The blue people is obviously connected to white people, and blue people just say, we riding for blue people, which are police officers. They're making it like a race. And that's where Blue Lives Matter and things like that come in. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that really is. There is no checking. There's no checking. Put it like this. I've seen more punishment in gangs firsthand. My friends that have chosen a lifestyle to be in gangs get something called DP because they did something that was out of order within the gang. Whether they was caught using drugs, went and did a drill that wasn't authorized, whatever they did, they get brought in a circle, beat the fuck up, super demoted, like, right. No, this is
rules,
real shit. No,
code.
Real shit. You go to hug a nigga and he, fuck, bro, like,
right,
body just bruised up because there's a penalty for doing something that you ain't supposed to do. But it seems to be no penalties there. They baby everything. They throw, you know what I mean? They put the comforter on them. Don't worry. We're going to take care of you, Chadwick. We got you. We got you, Jeff. We're going to take care of you. Everything's going to be all right. We got your back. We know you killed that person that you wasn't supposed to kill. We're going to take care of it for you. Don't worry. And that's what they do in all of those situations. But what Rich is talking about in relation to that, because we moving past that, is the Proud Boy mindset. You know, we have a definition or a name for it in a specific group. And he's talking about what is the leader,
situation,
the leader of the Proud Boys first off.
Enrique.
And
okay, so
and these are the guys that Donald Trump shouted out during the debate, told to stand by, stand back and stand by, instead of saying that he denounces just supporting any like supremacist
White
type
supremacy.
groups.
Yeah,
Not any
hate groups.
supremacist, white supremacy, period.
Right.
A white supremacy group with a
Cuban
leader, which is
Do they identify as white supremacy group? Do they identify as that?
So
Well,
this is the thing.
I heard this thing out there.
because
I
they
don't-
didn't state that.
I don't believe so. So that's another thing is some people don't like, so they understand that the wording is not good. So let's give it a different wording.
Mm-hmm.
We're just proud boys. We're proud of our stance, of our whatever you want to call it. You understand what I'm saying? It's a workaround to the whole situation. But you know, people, a dude like him, man, it's just mixed up on who the fuck he is, and it's insane. I mean, but we've watched it in the past. We've watched Adolf Hitler almost take over the world, talking about Aryan race while he had brown hair and brown eyes, talking about the superior race was blonde. So people will follow that. All of it is fucking stupid. But
I just think before you roll off, I just think like we need to like I just feel like some people are definitely like just highly fucking confused, man. And when you fucking highly confused, that mean you stay neutral. That mean you don't go nowhere until you figure something the fuck out, until you figure out what's right and what's wrong.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like a lot of people be confused, bro.
people
And
will
they-
justify it either way. People
Exactly.
will say shit. People will say shit like, "Well, I speak Spanish. My conquerors were from Spain, which were white. If you're talking European, so as much as I have the slave blood in me, I have the conqueror blood in me, and I choose to recognize the conqueror blood.
Mhm.
Yes, I am one of them. Fuck
People-
out of here, my
People
nigga.
have their own, opinions, agendas, and I just feel like people don't want to, if it doesn't apply to them, they want to pick a certain group. So if it doesn't apply to their life, if it doesn't apply to their family or whatever, they're going to be like, well, it doesn't apply to me. I can't relate to that. This is just what it is. But as soon as it happens to their family,
Yup.
everything switches and everything turns. And then now,
Oh my God, what
Exactly.
are you doing? I'm a fucking proud boy. What are you doing? They're gonna be
Right.
like, guess what, nigga? You's a nigga to me.
exactly.
You look darker. You look as dark as
And
Devinwade.
everybody don't want to live like that, man. Everybody don't want to live in this big divisive world that a lot of these little groups of people are trying to like fucking establish, man. People actually want to be out chilling, be around whatever humans they fucking run into.
They're radicals.
And some people appreciate the differences in cultures and ethnicities and all of that beautiful thing that we have in this big ass world, man.
Well, let's speak on the radicals. So the reason why we bring this up is because there was a tweet or
There
a
was
video,
yep.
that went viral. And, I'm not even going to put the label because I don't know whether this guy is a member of the Proud Boys,
Or
but
not.
this guy represents that stance,
Mm-hmm.
right? He calls himself a redneck.
Yep.
And this man made a video that made some threats and basically said, no matter what, come November, there will be a war. No matter what, right? And based off of him saying if Biden, first he said, if Trump wins, he said Black Lives Matter people are going to riot and act crazy and we're going to war with them. And if Biden wins,
Yep.
we going to come out and go to war. So they like, we ready one way or the other. He's talking cocky. I believe that people that make videos like that and make those type of threats should be dealt with immediately by law. Because
Yes.
it's like, if
That's a
terrorist,
threat.
He's a terrorist.
Yeah,
It's a terrorist
terroristic
attack.
threats is a thing, you are trying to rile up terrorism.
Because
That
if he starts that,
You're
That-
telling,
exactly.
you're threatening and saying, because that should be counted as, if we going to be technical and we talking about it's fair and everybody gets prosecuted with the same laws and blah, blah, blah. This person is basically threatening people to not vote
yep,
because you're saying, I'm telling you now,
either
if
or.
y'all vote that dude in the office, we showing up with them things.
Trying to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, them guys be like the face. I feel like that shit is like a hoax. I feel it's like for like confusion, cause he definitely, listen, man, like
No, he's
be
saying
a
things
lot of-
because he feel like he can say it.
it be a lot of
those
cowards.
type of
It be a
people
lot
that
of-
want to do
listen,
whatever.
I'm not trying to come at nobody, man. I'm just speaking some G shit. It be a lot of cowards in like a lot of these groups and these organizations and people that got to move in like these big packs. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like what we seen with that was like some more bullshit confusion, because you got election time coming up. And some people, guess what? You got a lot of people that just really are whatever. I guess they call them liberals. People who just want to fucking live a regular life and just fucking chill, right? And they really be like scared of things. Hey, I don't want to go to war. I don't want this country to be at gun. You know, they're not for guns, shit like that. And I just feel like bullshit like that come out like to deliberately try to like install fear and embed fear in people. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, I just say fear living in a fucked up world, man. Move how you feel you need to move. Do what's right.
Right. But I think, honestly, the reason why there's men out there that they feel like they could say like, those things, because who we have in office right now.
Right.
And that's why he got COVID.
And that,
that's a whole. That's a whole.
I'm just saying.
We can get to that.
That's the reason why that's why he said what he said. Stand back and stand by. It's like
Covey lying.
He in his head, he know the smart thing to do is he can denounce them at that moment, because that's where he getting his votes from.
Exactly.
That's the people that he want, and that's what's operating. What's going on, having these guys with the videos. By the way, he was like 65 with a TikTok. That video was from TikTok.
This nigga was like, listen, this nigga is playing Deal or No Deal. He playing games, and that's the craziest part. The stimulus package situation is crazy, because he basically said, yo, I'm not giving out that stimulus package until after the election. Meaning, if I don't get voted for,
y'all ain't getting it.
I ain't doing that. Let me tell you something. Anybody that's out there, yo, do not sell your soul, your vote
for $1,200.
I don't give listen for real.
A one time.
So that I don't give a fuck if it was 2 times, 3 times. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, you talking about a fraction of this bag that Wally got on the motherfucking table. You can't
buy
even,
Wally a new bag. You
can't. You need to get 5 of those just to get something. Like he said, a leather lunchbox. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, please, guys, like,
go out and vote.
Do not sit there and be like, yo, I'm gonna have to go with that, because at the end of the day, bro, I'm trying to get this 12, or I'm trying to get this 2. This man is literally looking at you and saying, look, dummy, I'm going to trick you. I'm going to bait you. This is the carrot with the stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the donkey, my nigga.
We talked about all this shit already. Universal law and God run all this shit. So if you think because there's already people that do be talking stupid. People that like really like got a little punk ass bump in they check. You know what I mean? And think that shit is something. And you turned your cheek on all these kids that's getting caged the fuck up for 4 years, and all these families that was torn apart, and all these people that the police motherfucking killed for your punk ass little extra couple dollars because you think you support the right shit. But the whole time, you gonna get the same karma that the motherfuckers you supporting gonna get. And it's just a matter of time. Trust me, the tables always turn. And this shit is a universe. If you think that Trump got anything to do with the motherfucking the sun, the moon, and the stars and the clouds,
you's a fucking idiot.
You's a fucking fool. If you think that any fucking group or any politician group or any fucking government controls shit like that, it's universal law. And trust me, time gonna tell it all. And God willing, we gonna be here to talk about it. You heard?
Absolutely.
My nigga Garnecologist in the building.
Fucking
Frames Bond in this bitch. Bitch.
Frames Bond. Y'all got chill out.
Listen, man, that's you, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not Frames Evans Jr. He was always, even though you did get fired from your job, you know what I'm saying? Frames Evans. You know what I'm saying? Senior that used to get fired. Junior was painting pictures in the crib.
Frames Evans, man.
Yeah, but that shit is just fucking wild, man. Make sure that y'all do not sell yourself short. This man supposedly has COVID. Wow, let's go. Do we have a list of them? Because COVID's supposed to be back on the rise, back out here wilding out. COVID got his dick out in some leather drawers right now.
It don't.
Stop, because I gotta pee. Don't make me laugh.
Listen, man. It's definitely wet. You know what I'm saying?
It will be if y'all keep
That's a
playing,
different
making
kind of
jokes.
wet.
All right, we got to stop because it already looked like it's some in your bottle. You might have already squirted a little pee in there. That's not the regular Essentia. That is a different color Essentia.
What was I about to say?
increase.
I went to Chipotle yesterday. So, Chipotle shut down just like everybody else before at the start of the pandemic. Then everything kind of got regular. And they shut back down. I thought that was like super weird and alarming because you're not allowed in. Everything got to be mobile order again. So I feel like it's probably going to be a shift like that for probably a lot of restaurants because the numbers are going back
By the
up.
way, your Chipotle review was terrible. You said it was
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah, it was
Leonardo.
awful.
Leonardo said it was terrible, but Leonardo's son was like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
That's 'cause he got
This
something
shit
different.
good. He was like, I don't know what y'all niggas talking about.
This shit is-
good.
We should have
than
got
a
tacos
motherfucker.
like him. He was tearing them tacos
Oh, he got
up.
what did y'all get, a bowl?
Yeah, it was like they didn't want to be at work that day. I feel y'all, but nah.
He was like,
terrible.
He was like, y'all gotta know how to eat. I eat mine from the bottom.
I actually just went to Chipotle and noticed that they changed shit because I'm like, hold up, they was just open.
Yeah, yep.
And I went there. You know why I was mad? I went there and I had a fucking gift card, right? And I'm just swearing I'm going to use my motherfucking gift card. And then I get there and I realize that they're not even letting you in, and you gotta like order online. And then I had to go online and order. And then when I go online and order,
You
I
can't
couldn't
use
pay
your-
with the fucking gift card because the
Look at
gift
his
card
face.
can only get used on the app.
If y'all could see him,
They
he looks
scammed you.
He real
angry.
mad.
Yeah, I was tight.
It's because they
Because
scared him.
I had that gift card specifically knowing it was a nice little balance on there, knowing that I was going to save some hard cash. I was going to get my tacos with the balance.
Got it.
And then when I seen what was going on, and
They
I wasn't,
effed you over.
yeah, it was
And
like,
it's okay. You got to understand people are trying to take precautions out here.
but you know what's on the bright? It is always a bright side of things,
What
and that's what we got
happened?
to learn to look at. The
What
bright
was,
side.
what was the bright side?
that I still got the gift card.
Look at that.
Huh? I can go back.
So when
I
the-
still
so
got.
when the
You
world-
plan ahead.
When
Plan
the-
ahead.
Right. So when
I
the
just
world,
download the app. No, I can download the app and use the gift card on the app.
oh, okay, because I was about to say when the world
That was the
opens
only
up in
reason I couldn't use
2026.
it. That was the only reason I couldn't use it. No. That was the only reason I couldn't use it right there because I didn't feel like downloading the app. I didn't feel like going through that. I just cashed out on them.
Got
Ball
it.
shit. Real ball shit.
Big-
Heavy.
Shout to Star.
He's the champion.
Shout to Star from Star and Buck Wild. You know, Star dressed my guy is big boss. Ball
He's a
shit.
big
so you know,
boss.
I had to
Boss
get on
man.
my ball shit that day.
Right.
At
now you-
Chipotle.
And now you the app king, nigga. The champion of
Can y'all
apps.
stop? I'm trying
No,
to tell
no,
y'all,
listen.
I'm at the edge.
Chipotle
Y'all want
Porter.
to keep playing these jokes?
That nigga's-
I'm going to be
Chipotle
peeved.
Porter.
That
Yeah,
nigga's not. That nigga's at Paulo Creed, nigga.
Yeah, nah, really. Apollo Creed is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's him, nigga, the champion out here
Nah,
in Philly.
that
Y'all the
is
best
me.
with that shit.
Nah.
Yo, it just somehow words and names just come together like that.
Yeah.
But do you have a list of these
Well,
celebs?
There's some celebs out here, they're just, I mean, they have Trey Songz who just got tested. This was as of October 5th, 2020. He tested positive.
I mean,
So
but
is
COVID
it
is
so is
nothing
it
for
safe
him.
is it safe to say that during that week at least he wasn't taking nobody girl?
He probably did before, and then now,
He
whoever
just
girl
strike-
he took,
nah.
they got.
I think he
I
just
mean, that's
strikes.
a
He
horrible
just
thing to
strikes
say.
me. He
Hold on,
just-
did anybody here stop pumping when COVID first hit and you thought it was like real and we was all scared thinking it was real? Did you stop pumping, guys?
First of
Because-
all, I didn't have no one to pump.
Okay, all right. Because
He
I
tried
was
to set Wiley up.
I know he did.
No,
He
that was
did.
no. I just felt I felt
He
like that was
did.
an important time to put that topic out there because I actually
Child,
was.
lying you.
I actually was like scared to like
Pump.
have my normal joint come over.
Nah.
That's been coming over.
So what did you say? Don't come.
No, I said come, and you're gonna come.
He's a dumbass.
I said,
Another celebrity was Cam Newton, October 3rd.
Whoa.
He tested positive. There's a couple other celebrities that people might not know, E-list celebrities, but listen, people, it's real. Protect yourselves.
Protect yourself. Listen, protect yourself by trying to build your immune system up.
Facts.
Why
Vitamin C.
are doctors and fucking Fauci, fucking all these other motherfucker Gates, Bill Gates, they talking vaccines and all this other shit. Why nobody talking about building your immune system up? Vitamin C.
Right.
and shit like that. Why did I talk about
Elderberry.
vitamin D?
Because they trying to get that.
They're trying to
No, I
get
was
rid of
gonna
us.
They trying to get that motherfucking paper, nigga.
Like, people,
You
take
think
care
the
of your
fix is in?
Hold on. So to fix is definitely in. We know a lot of our friends is definitely playing that stock market and invest, and putting their, buying shares of the company that's going to be making the vaccine. All that type of shit's going on. I personally think this is just what I think. I think that Donald Trump's a motherfucking liar about everything, and I think that motherfucker's lying. I think they lying like shit about that nigga. He's just trying to come back talking about something like, I beat COVID. I beat it faster than anybody ever in the history of the world. I'm the most fit president of all time. My doctors say that my immune system is that of a 13-year-old. Like, he's just going to come back talking
Saying
about
some dumb
how
shit.
he spanked COVID and at the same time getting the sympathy of the people. Like, he pulled through, he beat COVID. You know what I mean? It's
Riding around.
motherfuckers saying that this nigga might be dumb enough to say some shit like, I feel like I'm the best person to deal with COVID because I've had COVID.
Yo, listen.
Biden never had it. You can't talk about this shit. Nigga.
Listen,
You ain't been through what I've been through.
Don't listen to
about to be
Donald
crazy.
Trump.
It's a setup.
Don't listen to Donald Trump. Listen to Porter Rich. I'm telling y'all, I beat COVID. I beat COVID at least like 3 or 4 times. I know and listen, don't get me wrong, I had my meds. I protected myself because I was thinking about other people who may be compromised and things of that nature. And this is just me being serious in it for a quick second. But I definitely feel like, and I told y'all that earlier when we was playing around, I feel like I know I had COVID. I know if I would have went to a hospital and took a motherfucking test, them nights when my breathing got a little funny on me, and I knew it wasn't my motherfucking backwoods because I know my backwoods. So my breathing.
It's crazy because I told you that. I was like, Richie, you got to stop. I remember this.
Right.
I kept telling you, I was like, you need to stop smoking, nigga.
Right,
Like,
but I know smoking.
that bad?
I know it wasn't smoking. I know my levels of smoking. I don't even smoke all crazy a lot of
but
the
you
time.
said that you wanted to stop smoking.
No, absolutely. That's one of my goals. It's not
Especially
even,
at that
It's not
time.
even that I want to stop. I just like practicing my discipline. I've
Right.
stopped before, and I like to just show myself that I control everything with me, and I can
like
turn
that.
on and off anything when I want to. So that's all it's about. Because I'm always going to go back. Me and Mary Jane got a thing, but no. But listen, don't let me forget what I'm talking about. I beat COVID, by taking care of myself, man. And no disrespect to no doctors that went to college and did their thing, man. Listen, you gotta be for the people, man. You gotta be for the people. Things gotta be for the people. And you can't be trying to make my life like a fucking business, my nigga. I'm not your business product. I'm nobody's business product. I belong to the universe. I belong to Allah.
Amen.
And I'm sure we all do.
Yeah, that's right, Puerto Rich. And
Amen.
listen, and on that note, listen, guys, we are out of motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? This has been another episode of the Devinwade Show. Now, as tradition, you already know, we got Puerto Rich. He got his own call now. Let me hear it.
That's a gun.
Oh. All right, cool.
Nah, let me
All right, that's his gun. That's his gun. Pause. We have Garnett Briscoe. No, no.
Thank you, Garnett. Thank you, Garnett.
Oh, shit. Almost touched
I
me.
gotta
Yo,
chill.
That's the
Yo,
crazy
he did
part.
that.
Listen, that was supposed to be. Hold on. That was supposed
We
to be.
switched roles.
Nah, so.
Y'all don't want to hear Garnett?
Hold on. So now, all right, then we gotta hear a call.
Yo, I
Hold on,
almost thought that was
hold on,
Chelsea.
wait. If she don't nail this call, she gotta bring it back. Hold on. On 3, I want to hear the call from Waleska D.
I think I know how to do it.
Hold up. 1, 2, 3.
Get her some honey. Tea out this bitch. We need hot tea and honey for Wally D.
It's hard to do.
Show her how to do it, bro. Professional shit. Give it to her what was easy.
That shit's hard, Joe.
Easy. Yo, that shit got
Wait,
her
I think I
tearing.
peed myself. Yo, that shit was crazy.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hey man, that's a good effort. That was a good effort.
This has been the Devinwade Show. Peace. Shorty tryna balance
college, school, work, and home life. Man's got her trippin', so she need a girl's night. That consists of red wine and white lies. Cause she gon' be with me till the sunrise. She performing every night like a Broadway play. Watch some cheeks get the clapping like a standing ovation. I hope he gets the picture. Kodak moments when I'm with her. Yeah, so we keep it on the low though. A man is a bird and I'm all about the dodo. So I spoil you every time. A penny for your thoughts and $1 million smile. Baby, tell me what's your net worth. Always here to serve, you can skip the network. Return the favor, girl, I got you. Play this on repeat, baby, this your mantra, yeah.
Prettiest thing around, but you don't even know you were. Prettiest thing around, you don't even know you were. Prettiest thing around, you don't even know you were.
Yeah. I saw you out there throwing your hands up, throwing back shots cause your ex giving hoes love. If he come back, better give him the cold shrug, cause he too dependent on attention, the worst drug. I don't mean to get inside your business, but you prestigious, can I get a witness? I just mean you heavenly, no need for settling. You always leveling on niggas. Yeah, baby girl, just level up. Throw that ass back and he'll know what he giving up. I don't even do a lot of talk when I'm in the club, but when I saw you crying, I feel like Prince and you a dove. So let the past go.